Now, without further ado, it is my pleasure to bring to the stage Kiel Howland, managing member of the Karmacy, to talk about innovation in the industry. Let's give him a warm Benzinga welcome, everyone.
All right. Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's been my great honor to be able to speak in front of everybody here today. I'm going to take a little bit of time today to talk to you about Springfield Holdings and its subsidiaries, which include the Karmacy, Integrity Farms, Next Gen Laboratories, and Pharmacy Extracts. So as a disclaimer, there is some forward-looking information, and with that being said, let's jump right in. I've already introduced myself as Kiel Howland. My business partner, Ron DeSico, joined the team about 2 years ago. We both had a very similar vision on the industry, and rather than competing against each other, we decided to join forces. We both bring very different skill sets to the organization, and it's been a really great match. All right, I'm going to go a little bit faster this section to make sure I get to the content that's more important. But the United States hemp-derived CBD industry was valued at $591 million in 2018. It's projected to grow to $22 billion by the year 2022. It's absolutely staggering growth. At over 3,700% increase over a 4-year period. There's no other industry that I know of that has that type of growth potential. So this is definitely a great time to get involved. I'm going to scan through a couple of these slides. And for some reason, this is not matching up here, so bear with me. All right, so Michigan's medical marijuana industry has about 300,000 cardholders. Since November 1st, 2018 through February of this year, there were $42 million in products sold in the industry. This hasn't even really scratched the surface, as supply has not nearly been able to keep up with the demand. There's still a lot of undeveloped markets out there in Michigan. So also Michigan's medical marijuana is the second largest in the country. We are second behind California and twice the size of Colorado. At full maturity, the industry is projected to reach $837 million. And with recreational coming online next year, you're looking at another $1.7 billion. So ladies and gentlemen, in front of us, we're looking at over a $2.5 billion industry that's emerging right before us right now in Michigan. It's kind of a rare, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to take advantage of the situation. So I've introduced myself as Kiel Howland. I'm the founder of Springfield Holdings, as well as the subsidiaries, the Karmacy, Greener Acres, Next Gen Labs, Pharmacy Extracts, and Applied Analytical Laboratories. All right, the Karmacy was founded in 2011 in the city of Springfield. It's just a small little community located between Battle Creek and Kalamazoo. We worked directly with the city to draft up ordinances that would license and regulate medical marijuana business. I was the first and only organization to receive a 600 plant grow license in a vertically integrated operation that was basically all directly based around the patient trial research program that I'll get into in a little bit here. All right, so from local levels on drafting ordinances to working with then State Representative Mike Colton in the drafting of the House bills that regulate the industry, I've been involved in the industry since day one, really pushing it forward, trying to get the framework of regulation in place to be able to legitimize the industry. So the Strain Selection Assistance Program is really the backbone of the operation. The Karmacy is really the backbone of the operation for Springfield Holdings. And I'm going back to this screen. I am sorry, guys. All right, there were two primary objectives of the SSAP. The first one is to bridge the gap between the subjective patient analysis and the objective laboratory findings in an effort to map out and identify the different effects the cannabinoids have on the different conditions. So the second objective was directly benefiting the patient. And what it did was it would create a custom cannabis regimen that was specifically tailored to an individual's needs. This was done through the creation of an algorithm and software that I developed with a couple different software development companies. And the SSAP basically tracked and sorted the hundreds of thousands of patient trials from the 15,000 patient base that the Karmacy serviced. It would then take the products that were available and organize them in a fashion that would most likely treat that individual's patient's specific conditions and symptoms. So as Michigan has now created the licensing and regulation for medical marijuana businesses, and the Karmacy is relaunching operations bigger and better than ever before. I'm going to scan through a couple of these slides. So with the addition of partner Ronald DeSico, the ability to expand the medical research component of operations has greatly expanded. He has a lot of experience in the medical field industry, and he's been establishing and running large-scale independent and hospital-based healthcare companies directly involved in patient care. So Springfield Holdings operates both in the hemp and the marijuana industries. We'll be vertically integrated in both with retail, grows, and processing. And we have applied to the state for our medical marijuana licenses. We've been pre-qualified for 9 Class C 1,500 plant licenses, 1 medical marijuana processing license, 3 medical marijuana provisioning centers, a hemp farming and hemp processing license. So let's jump into some of the current projects we're taking on. Integrity Farms, some of you may have heard. We have 25,000 plants in ground this year, and we're just getting started. Next year, we aim to put 1 million high CBD hemp plants in ground, as well as provide the industry with clones, as well as just the genetics that are going to work for here. Out of those 25,000 plants, we've really acquired all the genetics that we could from all around the country, and we've been really running some R&D on what's going to work great in this region under the different soil compositions. Pharmacy Extracts. Pharmacy Extracts is the hemp processing division of Springfield Holdings. We'll be creating unique product lines not seen in the industry yet, as well as producing and providing wholesale bulk extracts and white labeled retail products. So the Cannabis Science Advancement Project is basically taking the SSAP to the next level. The CSAP is being structured as a 501c3, and it's going to focus primarily on the research of cannabis. The main difference between the SSAP and the CSAP is we're expanding the scope of research. So back in the SSAP, we analyzed cannabinoids and their different effects on the different conditions. Now we're expanding that to include terpenes and trying to take it to the next level. All right, we have Greener Acres. Greener Acres is our medical marijuana division of Springfield Holdings. We have 3 primary properties that consist of 27 acres. We will be spreading the remaining of the 7 Class C licenses over those properties. We also have 90 additional acres of industrial land that's compliant for medical marijuana production available for development. So this is one of our site plans, one of our 14-acre parcels. The top left is operating right now, just about to open. The remaining buildings, we've got 6 more 20,000 square foot facilities being erected there. About to break ground within the next, hopefully 30 days on 2 more 20,000 square foot buildings, as well as the processing facility. This is just one of a couple of our projects that we're working in the growing aspect of the marijuana industry. And last but not least is the Karmacy. So at full maturity, we aim to have 20 retail locations to cater to the Michigan market. Currently, we have 2 retail locations that are under construction. The first is estimated to open January 1st of 2020. We've also acquired several other locations for our stage 2 of retail development. And getting into the end of the slides here. So with industry-leading experience, we've been working for what says 4 years, has actually been 10 years, since 2009, on positioning ourselves to be a major competitor in the medical marijuana industry. So through strategic acquisitions, as well as lobbying municipalities, we've really laid the groundwork for an expansive network while acquiring no debt. So it's true ground floor opportunity when you join the Springfield Holdings team. We structure it quite uniquely in that all of Springfield Holdings entities are independent LLCs. So there are opportunities for investors of all types and all sizes, whether their interest is in hemp, marijuana, whether you have a focus in retail, processing, or growing, or even if you have a desire to have vertical integration. We can offer a variety of possibilities for all investors. So with that being said, that concludes my presentation, and if anybody has any more questions or has any interest, we have our booth set up right outside the doors. Just stop on by and give me some information. We'll exchange some cards. Thank you.